बचे हैं?
3। और जल्दी आंसर कर दिया। मैंने कहा ना फटफट कर देगी तू।
यार वो तो ठीक है। हाँ चल।
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a special guest, my friend Chandni, and we're going to answer a lot of your homeopathy related questions. I have a list load of questions here and she's going to answer all for you. Okay Chandni, first of all thank you for coming on my channel.
Most welcome.
Let's start from the beginning. So what did you do after your BHMS?
So after my BHMS, I was preparing for my masters, and so I started preparing for it.
Okay, so what masters were you preparing for exactly?
It is. I was preparing for MD in homeopathy. So there are certain basic subjects in which you can pursue your MD in. So my main aim was to pursue in practice of medicine.
Okay.
So, but the preparation doesn't need any kind of specification. It's just the same for any other
So
subject.
you mean it's a common entrance exam
Yeah,
and
it's a
then you
common
choose your subject?
Yeah.
Okay. So my second question is, how did you prepare for your MD examinations? Like, what did you do? Because guys, she cleared it, so we want to know, how did you do it?
Well, a lot of people are clearing it. I'm not the only one who's cleared it. But yeah, it takes a little bit of zeal and focus. But it is all about the smart study. You have to own the correct books. And your strategy should be like that how do you want to plan it. So I prepared it right way. You should have the correct books according to me. But yes, a lot of focus and hard work, obviously.
So how many different entrance exams are there, and how did you find these exams? Like, how was it?
See, there's only one entrance exam for PG, that's All India PG NEET.
Okay.
For MD, but there are other exams as well. If you want to change your field, if you want to go for MPH, it's a different exam that you can give. So, but yeah, for MD there's only one exam, that is AIPG.
Okay. So and how were you, like, you know, इनकी notification आते होंगे एग्जाम आ रहा है तो कहाँ से पता चलता है? Lot of people ask me कि हमें कहाँ से पता चलेगा एग्जाम होने वाला है? You know, the notification of the exam.
Yeah, there are a lot of groups that keep on, telling that there's a site to it actually. They make a portal.
Yeah,
AIPG
okay.
NEET ka, there's a portal that is made, and through that you get to know that this is going to be happening. Now, so Ministry of Ayush is conducting everything.
Okay,
So it's a
that's
joint venture. So it's not, homeopathy is not the only science that is being considered. So it's a combined examination
Okay.
under Ministry of Ayush.
Okay. So where did you do your MD?
I studied from National Institute of Homeopathy, Kolkata.
And how was your experience in Kolkata?
Oh, it was wonderful. It was the best experience for my own life. I mean, I always wanted to go to NIH. That was something, my dream, and also luck played that I did not get a seat in Delhi. So I went to Kolkata. It was my best decision. I really had a different personality when I was stepping into it. And when I walked out of the institute, I was a way different person, professionally as well and personally. It really helped me grow. So it was a good decision to change the city.
So how different it was from, हमने जो bachelor's की New Delhi से, and then you went to Kolkata. क्या difficulties आई और क्या do you think were the advantages of going to Kolkata?
Obviously, going in Kolkata, there was a different perspective. I was stepping out into a new city, so living all by yourself in a PG first, learning a new language, learning the cultural differences that you have. People around you were not Delhiites anymore. You were dealing with people all over India. So there was a cultural integrity that you really tried to learn. I tried to, know a lot of new cultures, different
Okay.
people. Whom you meet around the world. So that was quite exciting, and I really enjoy talking and interacting with people from different states. So I got that exposure.
Okay.
That was a good part. Also, the footfall of NIH is amazing. There were 3,000 to 4,000 patients that used to come in the hospital. So even OPD wise, the cases were so different. They were so rare that we don't get to see so easily, and even the teachers were so nice, and they were really helpful in dwelling up the clinical examinations, everything. So that particularly depends on the kind of subject that I chose for. Like, practice of medicine really helped me in learning all these things, thanks to the teachers as well. So I had a perfect experience in NIH.
Okay. So जैसे she took practice of medicine, और क्या subjects हो सकते हैं?
Oh, there are very different subjects. It's homeopathic and allied as well. In homeopathic, you have Materia Medica, you have Organon, you have repertory, you have homeopathic pharmacy, and in allied subjects you have POM, you have pediatrics, you have psychology, and various others.
So Did you get any stipend? Like आपने MD वहाँ से की?
Yeah,
stipend
it's
मिला?
different for different state, as NIH comes under central. You know, it's an autonomous body, so we got around 50,000 per month. I think approx that was the amount. But I think it's increased. Every year it increases, and state government you get more money.
Okay. So ऐसे और भी colleges होंगे जहाँ कोई stipend नहीं मिलता. A lot of people ask me कि
There are many, I think, for in PGs, most of the government hospitals and colleges provide with a stipend, and even better than what we're getting in, you know, central institutes.
Okay.
So state government, I think, gives more money. I'm not much into it, but I think there are many other colleges.
Okay. MD homeopathy is for 3 years, and then you decided to come back. So what was your next step as soon as you were back?
So the moment you come back, you're a little lost, because obviously it depends. See, if you want to open up your practice as soon as you finish your MD is also an option, and it's a pretty good option. People say that you're wasting a lot of time, that if you want to do a private practice, it's better not to, you know, get into MD, that to go for a correspondence course or something. But I have a complete different perspective. I think the amount of patients that you get to see in government hospitals, and the easiness you try to, you know, adapt to know them and to, you know, see patients, and you can even try out different methods of prescribing.
Okay.
I mean, classical is one, but you can learn different ways of prescribing. You can start practicing something. People do poly, people prescribe mother tinctures. It's a good platform to experiment, you know.
Okay.
So you can do any other things, and even after MD opening a private practice, I think it's a good option. So, but that was not an option for me. That was my plan B. If my job I would have not got selected for my job. So yes, I was still giving my exam. My UPSC notification wasn't out till then. So I started teaching. So I joined one of the institute, and I joined as assistant professor over there.
Okay. So you decided you're going to give an exam.
Yeah.
And join and become a medical officer.
Yeah, I was preparing for medical officer.
Medical officer. So meanwhile, while you were preparing, you thought you're going to just join and be an assistant professor and have a good experience, right?
Yeah, it was for experience purpose. It was for actually.
So how did you get that job? What did you do for that?
I had given an interview. I had to provide my CV
Okay.
to the institute. I did that, and I was interviewed by the principal.
And then you got selected.
Yeah, you have to teach students. You have to see. So it was an interview-based thing that I got.
So how was that experience?
Oh, it was wonderful. I really cherish. I mean, teaching is not my profession. Well, I don't enjoy teaching so much, but I really cultivate that art.
Okay.
I mean, it is in my genes.
Yeah.
As my mother is a teacher.
Yeah.
So I love interacting with students. I really tried helping them out, and, you know, to tell them that what they're doing they should do with passion and hard work. So it was good to motivate all of them, and to teach was always fun, but yeah, not my first passion. But I did for experience, and I wanted to open up and to boost my confidence when I sit for the interview. Actually, it was one of my main reasons.
Okay. So again, how did you get to know exam aane wala hai and everything?
No, UPSC notifies everything. It's not that often. I think 2 साल में 3 साल में notification आती है. But eventually it came out that the interview is going to happen. So
Okay, so you were preparing. ठीक है. So yeah, what are you doing currently? अभी आप क्या कर रहे हैं?
So right now I'm a medical officer in Central Government Health Scheme. CGHS Kanpur is my cadre. So I'm seeing patients over there.
Oh, that's nice. So how did you finally get this job? Like क्या क्या हुआ? Exam, interview. How was the whole process? If you can quickly tell us.
Oh, it is through UPSC, this exam. So the notification is taken out by UPSC through the proper citing. You have to see that. You have to sit for the exam, and then you have interview, which you have to again give in the UPSC place only. So I gave that, and after that results come out, and then you get selected. It's like
Okay.
that.
So now what are your plans now? You are like a MO there. So कैसे चल रहा है सब? What's the difference now? Because you did practice here in Delhi, and then you Kolkata maybe as a part of MD तुमने practice किया. Now you are an MO. So क्या differences
Oh,
हैं?
it's still different, obviously. Practicing in different states is different. The kind of patients you get is different, and obviously the culture is different in Kanpur. But patients are same. They come with complaints, and you have to see it. Actually, it depends on the timing. If you have good time to see the patients, you can really form the totality, and you can see the patient the standard way of dealing is case taking and then
Yeah.
prescribing. So that can happen. It's not that you don't get time. It depends dispensary to dispensary kitne patients are rahe hain. But if you have time, that I think the process remains the same.
Okay.
So-
So now that you see patients, are you seeing good results as well?
Yeah, so that's the good part. I think that's keep you motivating.
Yeah.
It makes you a better doctor if you have results. So physician, I would probably say.
Yeah.
So and you always have that zeal of learning and reading books. So that should not go.
Yeah.
So again,
Because a lot of people tell me that homeopathy काम नहीं करती and you know they don't have trust in it. शुरू कर दिया course but they're not happy. What would you like to tell them? Because now you're
Oh,
seeing good
it's-
results and you have a good practice as
no,
well.
even if I would not see results, I would feel that this pathy, I would say, or this field is beautiful. I think people who have, you have not chosen homeopathy. Homeopathy has chosen you to practice this amazing art. You should just, it's the hard work that we lack that, we are not having the results. But it is a beautiful field. I really feel that I chose a nice field. I mean, the future is homeopathy in the end. And I think it's the only science in which you will have a treatment for any kind of disease. You name XYZ disease because it is not, because the dealing is not disease based. It is always a symptom based. So if anything has symptoms, you have a cure. So I think homeopathy is the true science, and you should feel blessed, to read it and to.
So that was a really nice answer. Thank you for that. Now my next question is, what do you see yourself doing for the next 5 years? What are your job aspirations? What do you want to do? I know you have a job now, so वो तो set है, but what sort of things you plan to do or bring any changes?
See, getting a job is one thing, and finding the purpose of life is different. I'm still quite young to explore that. I'm still exploring what I want to be, what is my call for my birth and everything. So maybe I don't know, I might read something else and do something else, but I'm still figuring it out. It can be into administration, it can be into my field only, but something apart from the field I'm really interested to do. So let's see.
Okay. So what would you like to tell someone who's preparing for these exams? Because guys, believe it or not, she cleared all of them. So yeah.
Oh, by God's grace. See, it's one thing is that the blessing should be there. So apart from that, I think proper focus. You should know what do you want to do in life, and you should keep on working for it. Every day, do tell yourself that you are made for it and you will achieve it. So positive thinking is very much important. Second thing is focus and smart study. You should know the correct books. You should know what to study and how to study. That's really, really important. You can just not mug up everything. You cannot just go to the basic books. So you need to know what you're reading and how to do it. And in the end, then God plays the role, I think.
Yeah.
I guess.
No, she's just being humble.
No, I'm not
She
being-
all the exams, you
No,
guys.
I'm not being humble.
So the last question we have: what message would you like to give to your fellow homeopaths?
Oh, I would just wish them all the best. I really feel that we all, if we come together and if we stick by the field, I think it's a beautiful science and we are lucky to read it. That people who are pursuing homeopathy, I just want you to feel that you're not into a... The path is not dark. The timing can be, and it requires a lot of patience. You might, your faith will shake, but eventually you will find your own way. There are various homeopaths actually, and then it's very difficult to find your own step, but eventually you will. Be it a government setup, be it a private practice, be it anything apart from it, but eventually you will find your own path. So just stick by it, believe in yourself, and I am just sure that you will be fine eventually.
Oh, thank you so much. And that was it, you guys. We answered all the questions we get asked, and I tried covering all the aspects. कहाँ से notification आता है, कैसे exam की तैयारी करनी है. And like I said, she's currently a medical officer and she's loving her job. And to all the new homeopaths who just join and say कि कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, होता है guys. She's the live example of that. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If yes, please do not forget to give the thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also hit the little bell icon next to it. I'm going to meet you in my next video. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care. I love you all. Bye.